Assemblyman Bill Colton, and I'm here basically to get the views of the community. And we've been doing that in the last few weeks and the last month or two. All right. There's a lot of flexibility still here. Things that you can give input to and will make differences, because this is a long-range project. But from what I have been hearing, the concerns that I've been hearing basically are similar to what's been said here. But there's a lot of people who have concern about the size, especially if we start talking about 9 to 12 stories. Anything that dwarfs out other things in the neighborhood is a concern. So that's something that I think needs to be looked at very seriously and figure out ways how to address that concern. And the other concern I hear is parking. That is made even more serious because basically we're taking a public parking lot away, eliminating a lot of spaces, and replacing it with probably 200 to 290 units. That's going to create a tremendous parking problem. I had a parking problem even here, right now, the way it is, going round and round trying to find a spot. So I really think that there has to be a lot of attention paid to the parking situation. And because if you have a shortage of parking and then you gravely increase that shortage, it's going to do a lot of damage to the businesses that are around here. And there are businesses on 18th Avenue and on 86th Street. That's going to be a big concern. So I think we need to find ways to try to address the parking shortage and the consequences of a large building with a lot of extra cars on top of taking away many existing spots that exist right now. So I think that's a concern that has to be dealt with. And I think most people are in favor of improving the library. Libraries are very important, and that's a big plus. We want to improve the library. In fact, in the plans, maybe there's even ways of improving or increasing the space that is allotted to the library. I think the current library has 2 floors, for example, and under this plans that have been discussed, it would be 1 floor. So if there's ways to increase the space, and I know everything involves, this has to be viable financially. So that's a concern. But any ways that can be done to increase the space of the library, any ways that can be done to deal with the parking concern that exists, which is a very serious concern for the community at large, and ways to try to minimize the size and height of the project. I think it's a good idea to make it lower on 85th Street than it is on 86th Street. But if there's ways that it can be reduced more so that, it won't dwarf a lot of the areas around it. Now that may mean somewhat of a reduction in the number of units. That might have to be considered. But I think to, really do justice to the neighborhood and to the problems in the neighborhood, we need to look at the size, we definitely need to look at the parking, and we'd like to see if there's ways that the space allotted to the library could be increased. I think that will allay a lot of the fears and the concerns that I've been hearing, and which we want to try to deal with, because it's the community here that serves the library, and the library serves the community. So those fears and concerns are important to try to address as much as is possible in order to make this the best project ever, and to make this very good not only for the library, but also good for the community. And I'm here to listen to what people say, and we'll try to work together to make sure that those concerns are dealt with. I'm here to be the voice of the people in the community, and hopefully it will result in a better project and a great project, in fact.